This isn't really, that's not like an employer's responsibility. Someone who wants to work like all hours of the day will, and they can like work.
So tell me, just remind me, what about Reddit? We got some feedback on company culture, and that most people, they did comment on the fact they're referring mainly to millennials, and that they don't care about company culture. They only care about three things, one being money, the other thing being work-life balance, and then finally treated with respect. And that's all they care about, and I completely disagree, because like anywhere, you can work somewhere, you can be respected because of the position you carry, you could be very well paid, but it's just a terrible long-term environment for people, something that through time people will get sick of and they'll leave. And the whole purpose of company culture, in my opinion, is it is a given the same way that being well paid, being respected, and having some level of work-life balance, which is totally different for every person. Work-life balance means one thing to me, but may mean a different thing to someone else. So it's quite personal, that. But I disagree, not everybody just wants, or is only interested, absolutely everybody is interested in how well they're paid, or the level of pay they're at, and being treated with respect. But company culture, that to me is the problem, is that people that have never experienced good company culture don't realise the benefit that it makes to people's mental health, how much job satisfaction it gives them, so that they actually feel like they're actually doing good with their time. The reason I'm going on about good company culture and impressing upon it to the staff that we have is because it's needed in order to provide the very best level of service to clients. Good company culture is an absolute essential part of being able to deliver the very best level of customer service possible. In turn, you could be well paid, but if your environment that you're working in is not a good environment, if there's negativity, if there's bitching, if there's complaining and moaning, if you are having or you're being disrespected from other colleagues or management, then it all breed and harvest a terrible atmosphere, and before long you will leave. The flip side of that is by creating and harvesting a really good company culture. When you do come up against something that's just not quite right, or a tough time, it gives you that extra incentive to actually stay with the company, because you have connections and friendships and working relationships with people in an environment which is ultimately good, even when there is some little downside to certain things. When the company is going through a tough patch or a rough patch, or your department's getting pressure, again, it sees you through those tougher times. So company culture as an owner of a company is important, so that you're looking after your staff in the very best way possible. But that doesn't just mean ping pong tables and free meals. It's bigger than that. It's about making sure that your staff, that your work colleagues are working in an environment where they can really come into their own, they can grow as a human being, they can, from a professional perspective, they can get better, and ultimately deliver incredible customer services because of the way they feel to your clients.